Hello and welcome to Stadium Safari. We are on the road today and we are heading over the Humber Bridge. I want to play a little game today. Let's see how long you can hold your breath while we go over the bridge, starting now. And that's time. I don't know how long you lasted. I didn't last very long, but as we chuck a Larry round this roundabout, head on over this next one, we make it to Scunthorpe United FC. We are here at Glanford Park, or the Attis Arena, depending on what you want to call it, the home to Scunthorpe United. Now, today's clash is Scunthorpe United v Spennymoor Town. This game is a big one. Scunthorpe United are top of the table at the moment. They're on 81 points, but it's tighter up there. The margins after a Toby Carvery, and they've got two teams chasing them, both 1 point behind. Spennymoor Town, on the other hand, chasing playoff glory. They've recently made it to Wembley for the FA Trophy final. Now it's time to chase the playoffs. 2 points outside the playoff places. A win today will see them climb in. If results go their way elsewhere, they have two teams, one pushing to stay top of the table, one pushing for glory on two fronts. If you're like me and neutral, you've picked the right game. Sit back, enjoy. We got to the stadium a little bit early, so let's have a little look around, see what we can see. The Iron Bar there on the right was nice and busy, and there's food, there's a little cupcake stall around the side, but that little blue tent at the end, get your blood pressure checked and you enter a competition to win a signed shirt. Popped into the club shop, lots of shirts to see. I did buy a home shirt, it's £25, very nice. But there's lots of cheaper options, lots of things in there for £10. We're going to head into the stadium. It's my first time here, so I want to see what the stadium has to offer. One of the very first few people into this section, so nice and empty to have a little look, get me bearings and find out exactly where I'm sat. The stadium looks lovely, and you can see that they've been up into the higher leagues at some point. Now, I've done a Smith and I've accidentally filmed in slow-mo. However, I think it makes the food and drink area look very poetic or something, I don't know. I opted for the foot-long hot dog with onions and an Oasis. I'll let you know how that goes down at the end of the video. My seat is the very last seat of plastic ones before the padded starts, and we entered the half-time draw. Now, lovely little touch here, Easter eggs given out to every child in this section, and I don't know if you can tell what that lady's favourite colour was, let me know in the comments below. But as we welcome the players out onto the pitch, and the referee is ready to get the game started. Let's listen to the chants. And for the second time in 2 games, we've had a false start. So let's kick off again. Scunthorpe started the stronger of the 2 teams with plenty of chances early on. And it doesn't take long for our first slice of cheese to come out for a bit of a stupid tackle. Like I say, Scunthorpe looking the better of the 2 sides, and they are just looking to set their sights on the goal, and they do manage to get a scramble off the bar. Almost identical to the shot that he took moments earlier, but it finds the back of the net. Scunthorpe staying top of the league. I did have quite the restricted view of this other goal, but Spennymoor did have a couple of chances after Scunthorpe went up, but absolutely nothing coming from them. In fact, some of the shots, well, take a look at this one for an example, were very speculative at least. Scunthorpe themselves, though, do produce a few wild attempts of their own, but look at this for a volley. Absolutely beautiful, and a beautiful save as well. Half-time came, and a very important message from Scunthorpe about saving their steel. Now, Scunthorpe started the better of the 2 teams in the second half again, but as you probably just saw there, I've sneaked over onto the padded seats. There's a couple of padded seats empty next to me, so I went for it. Why not? When in Rome, you know. It gives me a little bit of a better view of this goal. Not a huge advantage, but something better. But like I say, Scunthorpe really did start the better of the 2 teams in this second half. Just unable to find a final third product, unfortunately. Now, I could see that number 8 here was absolutely blowing. He'd run his head into the ground, and I don't think I was the only one that noticed, because moments later he was subbed off. We're screaming at him to have a shot, and he eventually gets it away, but he has just come on. He's just setting his bearings, because this is what he does just minutes later. Just ducks inside, and beautiful finish into the bottom corner. I like the fact that he just popped out from behind the steel post for me to tuck that one away. 2-0 Scunthorpe, and they remain top of the National League North. Just look what it means to the players. Promotion on the horizon for them. 3 games to go. And with that, the final whistle is blown. Scunthorpe United take 2 points. Spennymoor Town drop points and drop further away from the playoffs with not much time remaining. I've only just noticed that they nicked the match ball over there. But as I make my way out and the players thank the fans and the fans thank the players, we've got one more home game here at Scunthorpe But we'll make our way out of the stadium into the car park and get on with the ratings. The actual game itself, pretty good, very end to end and lots of chances created, and honestly it was a very quick pace of a game as well. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. The atmosphere, well, there wasn't too many away fans in, really not too many at all, but you could hear them every now and then when Scunthorpe fans were quiet. That being said, the Scunthorpe fans were very good when they were singing. Wasn't all the time, but it was the majority of the time, and it created a great little atmosphere in the stadium. So 7 out of 10. Food and drink. That hot dog, firstly, it's just a giant flavourful sausage, which was really nice. The bread was a little bit, how do I say it? It's a little bit too bready. Like I ended up with just like mouthfuls of bread rather than like hot dog. Do you know what I mean? And the onions, a little bit on the crunchy side, and they weren't very hot. They were actually cold. So for that basis, 8 out of 10. Now the cost. How much did it cost me for a ticket today? £18. £4 for the parking, and then £7.50 for me food and drink. Pretty good value, I reckon. £29.50. If you want to include the raffle that I put £2 in, and then I also had to pay £3 to cross the Humber Bridge. £34.50. It's a little expensive for National League North. However, pretty good. Very happy with it. 8 out of 10. That gives today's total a 30 out of 40. Very respectable. Very good indeed. And like always, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe, and comment where you want me to go to next. Thank you for watching. Bye.